Welcome back. Enrollment now open for Tulsa Public Schools, and with 78 schools offering unique learning opportunities for kids, there's lots of questions, many concerning the pandemic, of course. So we're going to head straight to the source. TPS Superintendent Dr. Deborah Gist joining us live this morning. Glad to see you.
Good morning, Corey.
So we just want to have you walk us through this enrollment process. A lot of parents, maybe it's their first time enrolling their kids. So what's that process look like?
Well, we want to make the process as streamlined and clear and accessible as possible. So we've made huge improvements to our process. And we've also really ramped up the kinds of supports that we offer, including lots and lots of supports that happen in person. So while people can enroll their children just using their smartphone, we also want to make sure that we're offering lots and lots of assistance through our enrollment events and our enrollment expos that we're having, where they can actually go to lots of different schools and tour them. So all of this information is available, and I have a feeling you'll be sharing it, but it's also available from our sources.
And you know, Tulsa Public Schools has so many schools to choose from. Each of them really does have these unique learning opportunities because we do have such a diverse community. How, as a parent, can I best choose a school that will fit my child's needs?
You know, we really do believe that every family and every child needs to make that choice. And we have been a district of choice for a long time. So families, when they do their enrollment through our system, they can choose up to 6 different schools and rank those schools. They can find out information on our website, and they can also go on these tours. There are ways that they can check out this school and find out more about it. So if it's a family who is looking for a pre-K opportunity, which we have all across the city, they may be looking at an arts-infused school, a Montessori school, or they may be interested in going to their neighborhood school because they really love the idea of being able to be close to their child and walking and riding bikes to school and so forth. So we want to make that super accessible.
It's incredible to hear that you can do it on your smartphone too. I remember going to these giant events to enroll with my siblings when they were enrolling as well. Here's a question that we got to ask when it comes to enrolling children these days. COVID has to be top of mind for parents. For those concerned, maybe confused for some of them, what seems like a little bit of a different strategy, we would like you to go and expand a little bit more on. A year ago, you defended staying virtual across the board. Cases did seem to not be as high. So why is TPS deciding not to go virtual all across the board this time in 2022? And then also, what do you see in the future in terms of being able to kind of switch back and forth to learn at home if needed?
You know, throughout the pandemic, we've learned and adjusted. And back in the fall of 2020, the experts were telling us to stay in distance because they felt like that was safest. And we did not have vaccines available for students or for adults. And as soon as we learned that the virus was not spreading the way that people anticipated that it would in schools, we started bringing our students back to school, even before the vaccines were available. Where we are now is that we have many, many more folks getting vaccinated, and we're hosting vaccination clinics. The reason that we're having schools out and people are hearing announcements about that is not because of a fear about the vaccine, but rather an ability to staff, because we have a lot of people who are being affected by the virus. It is very serious right now, even though we know it's a different variant, thank goodness. It's very contagious. And so lots of people are getting it, and we have to watch that very closely. We want people to know that we have excellent ventilation, we have strong safety practices, and we're watching our data very closely to make sure that we're doing everything we can to keep people safe. In the meantime, we're making sure people know that we have 100 advanced placement courses. We have about 50 college and career courses. High school students can earn their college degree while they're in high school in Tulsa Public Schools. And so that's what we want people focused on right now, is how do we get that enrollment practice underway and really welcome our students into our buildings.
All right, Dr. Gist, you know you're an educator, so you wake up early anyway, but we do appreciate you getting up and joining us. We'd like to have you back if possible before school might start back up again, if you would be willing to talk to us about that in just a couple of days now, not too far off.
Anytime, Justin.
All right, thank you so much.
Thanks,
all right.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for answering our questions. All right, we will be sure to put a link to our website on kjrh.com if you'd like to hear more about what the superintendent there said.